Hi people, it's me Anja, my pronouns all she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new recent reads video. Today is October 17th, and frankly, I am not quite happy as I should be with the number of books that I've read so far in October, because I've only read 16 books so far, and it's literally November when you're watching this, which means that I'm running out of time to reach the arbitrary number of books that I aim to read every year. I don't know if you know this, but I don't actually set concrete numerical reading goals, or I say that every year, but actually, I would like to read as many books as there are days each year, which I think I will successfully do at the end of 2025, but I have not read as many books this month as I would have liked at this point in the year. So basically, even though I say that I don't necessarily set numerical reading goals, I would love to read more books each month than there are days in that month, if that makes any sense. And so far in October, I don't think I've quite done that. But again, I'm pre-filming this video, and when you're watching this, it will be November. So then, hopefully, I have completed my goal, but I don't know yet because, like I said, today is October 17th, and I've so far read 16 books. So anyway, all that to say, the first book on this list is called Not for the Faint of Heart. This book, I rated 5 stars because I loved it. It's a YA medieval sapphic romantic historical fiction book, and it's written by the same author of Gwen and Alt Are Not in Love. So I think this book was excellent, and I truly loved it so much. I love the characters. I love the theme of fighting for something that you believe in, especially when it comes to fighting for the people that you love. I love the found family. I love the queerness. The sapphic romance is so adorable, and it's so well paced. The dual perspective made so much sense, and their characters felt so realistic, and I love them as people. I love the found family, like I said. This group was so good and so awesome, and I just truly loved every single second of this story. I was so emotionally connected to everything that was happening, and I think the plot and the politics were better incorporated in this story than they were in Gwen and Alt. So anyway, all that to say, I rated this book 5 stars, and I absolutely loved it. So with that said, I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called The Scammer. This story is a YA contemporary thriller following a young black college freshman whose life turns upside down when her roommate's ex-convict brother moves into their dorm and basically starts controlling their lives and sucks them into a bunch of conspiracy theories, which is definitely realistic because many of my family members do believe in some conspiracy theories that I personally think are bonkers. But anyway, I would say the parts of this book that felt unrealistic to me was how fast it happened. So the pacing felt off, and many of the side characters also felt underdeveloped as people. So I didn't really understand why they specifically fell for all of the conspiracy theories and whatnot. And I'm definitely spoiling this book, I guess, but I don't really care because I rated this book 3 stars, and the ending felt very underdeveloped too, and very underwhelming considering the big plot twist at the end or whatever. And I felt like that big plot twist kind of undermines the main character's motives from the beginning. Does that make any sense? I don't know if it does. But anyway, all that to say, I was super excited to read this book, but then it ultimately disappointed me. So with that said, I rated this book 3 stars, so take that as you will. The next book on this list is called No Charm Done. This story is a YA urban fantasy following 2 sapphic witches who are battling for the affection of one boy, only to realize they might like each other instead. I thought this book was so good. Although, to be frank, part of the reason as to why I rated it 4 stars is because It felt like a refreshing new read after reading a slew of mediocre books. And also, second of all, I think this book is everything that I wanted. Everything she does is magic to be. You know what I mean? I thought this book was so good. The magic system was actually developed and it made sense. The two characters were developed individually, as well as their sapphic romance. It was so cute and so well paced, and their chemistry is so adorable. The plot is fantastic. I loved the friendships and the magic and the family dynamics and everything. This book is so adorable and it's so cute, and it's perfect for like the atmospheric, dazzling American stereotypical autumn. You know what I mean? Anyway, all that to say, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called A Feast for the Eyes. This story is a YA queer supernatural thriller following two sapphic main characters who are teaming up because they're trying to fight against a local cryptid that's feeding off of secrets. Does that make any sense? I thought this book was so good. I loved it so much. I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars because, first of all, the world building is truly so intriguing and so engaging. Second of all, the plot and the mystery were so well paced and just so engaging. I love these characters so much. Their friend group makes so much sense, and I loved like how casual and normal the queer representation was. It's just so good. These characters felt like real people, and I loved the romances that developed between all of them. So basically, the majority of this book is set in dual perspective, but a few of their friends also have perspectives. So basically, the four of them are such good characters, and I love them. Like, I want to be friends with these people, if that makes any sense, which doesn't happen very often whenever I'm reading YA, because sometimes when I finish a book, I like toss it out of my mind, right? And I don't really remember it, mostly because I rated it lower. But anyway, this book was so good, and it also reminded me of Come Out, Come Out, which is one of my favorite queer horror books, which I believe I just talked about in a previous video. But anyway, I'm filming this one first, so I don't quite know what I said. Anyway, this book was so good. I really, really enjoyed every single aspect of it. So with that said, I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. The last book on this list is called I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm. And I know that lately, people don't really enjoy the trend of using song titles as book titles, but I think that this book is perfect for it because I thought it was so well done and so good. Anyway, this story is a YA contemporary following two black sapphic main characters who are fake dating, which, as you know, fake dating is one of my favorite romantic tropes, and I love it so much. Like, this book was so cute and so adorable. I've read multiple books before by this author. I think I've rated all of them 4 stars. So I definitely had high expectations for this book, and I'm so glad that this book met those high expectations because these characters are so well developed and so awesome, and like their chemistry makes so much sense. The romance, like I mentioned earlier, is so cute. I love their friendships and their family dynamics and everything, like the plot, and it just made so much sense. I think this book is absolutely so excellent, and it's so good, and it's so fantastic. So anyway, with that said, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. So in conclusion, sometimes when I'm filming the outro of my videos, I have completely forgotten what I was saying in the intro of my videos. So I think I was talking about how, like, I do set numerical reading goals, even if I'm not completely public or transparent about them, because when I was younger, I set a numerical reading goal on Goodreads in 2019, and it added extra pressure to my reading. So to like decrease that pressure, I wanted to not set a numerical reading goal through Goodreads, which I haven't done since 2019, but I still have arbitrary numerical reading goals for myself just because I have a reputation of reading so much, which is a reputation that I've created myself. So it's all arbitrary, and I know that. Does that make any sense? I don't really know if it does. But anyway, in conclusion, I hope that by the time that this video is public, because again, I am pre-filming this video October 17th, and when you're watching it, I think it's already November 1st. I hope that I am satisfied with my October reading month, hopefully. But anyway, in conclusion, if you're enjoying this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the piñata emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. If you don't have access to that emoji, just leave something else in that category of emojis if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!